Every legend is remembered for what they did, but the greatest are remembered for how they thought. Kobe Bryant wasn't just defined by basketball. He was defined by a mindset that turned fear into fuel and failure into obsession. Great things come from hard work and perseverance. No excuses. These were Kobe Bryant's words. But behind them was a mind constantly at war, with doubt, with fear, with the temptation to stop. To understand Kobe, we can't just look at his highlights. We have to look inside his head, where battles were fought long before the game began. As a boy in Italy, Kobe didn't speak the language. He spent hours alone in empty gyms, a ball as his only friend. At 11, he entered a summer league in Philadelphia and scored 0 points the entire season. Not one. Humiliation could have ended him there, but then came his father's words. Whether you score 0 or 60, I'll still love you. That moment freed Kobe from the fear of failure. He realized failure wasn't the enemy. Quitting was. And in his young mind, a thought took root. If failure is safe, then I can attack it until it breaks. Most athletes are driven to prove the world wrong. Kobe? He was driven to prove himself right. I never tried to prove anything to someone else. I wanted to prove something to myself. Inside his head, there was no space for doubt, because doubt meant wasting potential. He even admitted, my brain cannot process failure. It will not. That wasn't arrogance. It was survival. He feared one thing above all, looking in the mirror and seeing wasted talent. So he built a mind that only knew one answer: keep going. When Kobe woke at 4 a.m., it wasn't just physical discipline. It was a mental contract. He told himself, I'm not negotiating with myself. In his mind, choice was the enemy. If he gave himself the option to skip a workout, weakness might win. So he erased the option completely. This is why he said, rest at the end, not in the middle. His discipline wasn't about basketball alone. It was about mastering his own mind. Kobe admitted he was obsessive. If you want to be great, you have to obsess. For him, obsession was love. He loved the repetition. He loved the lonely hours of practice. The grind wasn't punishment, it was joy. But obsession had a darker side. It isolated him. Teammates couldn't always understand his intensity. That's why Kobe created an alter ego, the Black Mamba. It was his mental weapon, a way to shut out fear, doubt, and emotion. When Kobe stepped onto the court, the Mamba took over, cold, focused, ruthless. This wasn't just a persona for the crowd, it was armor for his own mind. In 1997, an 18-year-old Kobe airballed 4 straight shots in the playoffs. The world mocked him. Inside, he broke it down like a scientist. My legs weren't strong enough. Next year, there will be no shame, no self-pity, just problem, solution. Years later, when he tore his Achilles tendon, he limped to the line and sank 2 free throws before walking off. Later, he told himself, be sad, be mad, be frustrated. But when you wake up, reality gives nothing back. Get to work. That was his mind's pattern. Feel it briefly, then redirect it into action. Kobe's success wasn't random. It was built on frameworks he repeated daily. Visualization. He saw success in his mind long before it happened. Curiosity. He studied everyone, Michael Jordan, Hakeem Olajuwon, even business leaders, stealing lessons wherever he could. Fear confrontation. When fear came, he didn't push it away. He asked, what am I afraid of? And broke it down until it lost power. Most of all, he lived for the process. The dream isn't the destination. The dream is the journey. That was Kobe's philosophy. Greatness is built in the dark, long before the lights come on. By the end, Kobe's greatest pride wasn't just in trophies, it was in teaching others how to think. The most important thing is to try and inspire people so that they can be great in whatever they want to do. The Mamba mentality was never about basketball. It was about life. It was about building a mind so strong that excuses couldn't survive and fear couldn't win. Kobe Bryant's battles were fought on the court, but the real war was always in his head. Discipline, obsession, resilience, a love for the process. That is the mind of Kobe Bryant. And the question he leaves for us is simple. Will you rest in the middle or at the end?